spirituality is limitless. Like, and I think that's the crazy thing that I actually love about it, which caught my attention a lot quicker than religion. Like, that soon faded out. I mean, I just stopped even um, trying to make myself fit into religion, and I think that's the whole thing, where it brought me back to myself. It brought me back to going within. And once you do that, it's like your whole world opens up. Your whole world opens up. So that's something I really like about spirituality. And people try to make it taboo, and I think they do it because it is limitless. There are so many ways that um, spirituality challenges you. You have to, at some point in your life, you have to sit with yourself. Not just sit with yourself, but also with the decisions you made about your life. Wherever it is, at whatever point, in your life. And a lot of things came to me, um, on my journey where, yes, I could blame, other people for misfortunes in my life, but I can also take a look at the things that I can do to help me better myself. And that was a huge pivot in my life. Um, when I kept hearing the same things from different people who meant, even at that time meant the world to me. But I started to choose myself because it's like, okay, I've heard this before. And as long as I keep being a crutch for different people, I'm also limiting them and I'm limiting myself. And I also wasn't focusing on myself at all, really. I spent most of my time trying to show up for other people and not myself. And that to me was the biggest turning point, where I had to, okay, now I gotta sit with myself. I gotta find out what works best for me. And then that's when my whole journey just started to just, like I said, my world just really just opened up. And for different people, is other things may happen to where you begin your spiritual awakening, or on your you begin to, hey, I'm even getting tired of myself, at this point, with whatever it may be, whatever addictions, whatever, it could be not just actual physical addictions like drugs and things like that. It could be that you are codependent. You're addicted to, waiting until someone else tells you to feel good about yourself, or makes you feel good about, like it. And those things truly do not come from other people. They come from within. And I think that's the beauty of it. But it's going to pivot you to your self-love journey. Spirituality does that. It's going to pivot you to your self-love journey. You have to be able to be alone with yourself. And for some people, that's incredibly hard. For myself, I've learned that I am the most at peace with being by myself a lot of times. And it's because the noise and all of the issues and problems. Everyone has their own issues. Everyone has their own problems, yes. But you compound that when you take on other people's problems that has nothing to do with yourself. You know, you think you're being a good friend, being a good girlfriend, being a good sister, being a good cousin, whatever it is, right? But a lot of times you have to take those things and say, hey, that's not my issue. Like, you have to start creating boundaries for yourself. And I was a person that did not have the best of boundaries. Yes, because of how I was raised, because I think a lot of women, we're raised to not have those boundaries. Like, we are the ones who, whatever problems, go on within the families, 9 times out of 10, it's the women who take those roles on. Not making it about genders or anything like that. It's just, that's factual. We're taught to put ourselves last, and we do so much for the world. Like, we do so much for the world, and oftentimes we do not get celebrated unless someone else says, well, I will celebrate you here. And it's usually once a year, like birthdays or, whatever the case, but that's not how it should be, But, again, spirituality brings a lot of freedom to myself. And everybody doesn't necessarily feel that way. Like, it's still a lot of taboo and darkness around spirituality. Well, people have misused spirituality, and like anything, that's what then became like the face of it. You get what I mean? Like, being dark, doing spell work against people, and all of these things. Like, that was what was pushed to the forefront, so that you would actually fear, it to become a fear, so that you wouldn't dive into it. Because once you get into it, it actually changes your life for the better. And yes, you're gonna run into people who have dark motives, dark intentions, who do not want the best for you, who come up against you, things like that. Well, even without spirituality, those things happen, So, but I hope that, if not this video, then other videos that I've done, that you take a look at my journey. And I hope that you can find something meaningful from it, that places you on, if you're not already on your spiritual path, that you definitely start with gratitude. That's what helped kick it off for me, where I really got serious about my spirituality. The attitude of gratitude. You start there, you understand that what you focus on is what grows in your life. So if you change it to focus on the good, that is what will grow. And that's it for this one. On to the next video. I'll see you guys later. And stay tuned, stick around. I welcome, anyone new to my channel. And always, peace and blessings. Take care of yourselves, nurture yourselves. It's hot, y'all. Make sure you're drinking your water, you're taking your vitamins, and taking care of yourself and pouring into yourself. You deserve it. Peace.